The African Union has earmarked a standby force for Africa as one of its key initiatives. We caught up with Zoli Kunene, who's chairman of Denel, for his views on how this would impact the company.
Yes, it is in the heart of what Denel is involved in, and Denel has more than just a casual interest in this. Denel would want to see itself involved in the supply of equipment and systems to the African standby force.
It's key to securing investment on the continent is to making the continent politically stable. Is that what you're trying to achieve?
Well, that's what the various governments would try.
I stand
and the AU would achieve, and of course, Denel does support those initiatives, and we do have the capability, the product portfolio, the systems to supply to such a force. We've done it for the South African National Defence Force, which is a very powerful force on the continent. We've done that for decades. So we hope to be involved in assisting in the establishment, not just supply, but the establishment and equipping of such a force.
Do you think that such a force is key to a peaceful Africa?
It definitely will be. The resurgence of coups, particularly in Central and West Africa, is of concern, I would imagine, to potential investors. And our president, in his meeting with the president of Nigeria, stressed the need to create a stable environment on the continent in order to be able to attract investments. And he saw South Africa and Nigeria leading in such an effort. We stand ready to support such an initiative, and we stand ready to supplying to equipping and giving such a force capacity to implement its mandate.
Mr. Kunene, if you could give me a little detail about Denel's strategy right now in South Africa and potential to grow into Africa using environments like the World Economic Forum to propel growth into the African continent.
Denel has an African-built strategy in place now. We are involved in a whole lot more countries now in supplying and equipping the defense forces in those countries, the legitimate defense forces in those countries. We are having to find a different way of doing business with our fellow African countries. Barter is one of the payment methods that we are investigating.
So a barter system?
A barter system. And of course, this is still at its initial stages. We still at this conception. We still have to develop the concept, and hopefully in years, a couple of years down the line, we should be able to can start implementing it. And of course, this would benefit trade in that the barter system would involve a whole lot more companies from South Africa and from the other countries.
Just looking at Denel and the opportunity presented by the World Economic Forum, it is all about delivering on Africa's promise.
Yeah.
Do you think that this is a great environment in which business can be done on the continent with multi-stakeholders, so the opportunity to network with private sector, public sector?
We actually, I think Denel sells to governments, and the presidents, unprecedented 19 heads of state are present, I'm told, in the World Economic Forum, and of course that does present Denel with an opportunity to network with potential customers, and also network with potential business partners on the continent. We normally try and identify and work with business partners whenever we go into a country.